from Pittsburgh of check no cheesy YouTube commentators, imposters, or people standing in line at stores waiting to return stuff. All right, I went to Target and I went to T-Mobile and I went to Ross and I wanted to pay my Target bill, and there were 40 people online returning stuff, so I got a manager to go into the cafe, and the cafe clerk said, I don't think you can do that, and she said, yeah, here's a way you can do it. So I made my Target payment, paid my internet bill, so the only thing I gotta do now Monday is the rent, and then I can relax for a couple days, then go see Kathy. Poor Kathy slipped and fell and injured her knee, so she's in pain. So that's what's going on. And then I fed Tiny One, I fed Gray, I fed Orangey, and as I'm coming home and sit down on the bench downstairs, this woman comes over and I'm gasping for air because I had the backpack full of stuff. And she went to chit chat, and I said, lady, this is not the time for chit chat. I'm exhausted. And I'm going, why do they always come up to me and want to talk to me? It's like, I'm barely moving. I've been standing waiting for the bus for 40 minutes, and then I have to walk home with all this stuff. It's enough to drive you crazy. Now, these things are not shutting down like they should. Oh, no wonder. What am I doing here? Hold on. I'm not sure which one I got. I think I got Chrome instead of Firefox. Yeah. Hold on. I gotta fix this. I'll show you in a minute. I'm still trying to catch my breath, and this ain't working. Okay, there we go. So I can't see the chat if anybody's in here. And I will be, but I just came in the door, barely got in the door with the backpack full of stuff, and this thing is not cooperating. Neither is the mouse. Okay, now I can get Firefox back. Now, I don't want Chrome and Jerome Corsi as much as I like Jerome Corsi. I really hate Firefox when it starts acting buggy and won't load, or starts loading multiple windows. It drives me absolutely nuts. And it won't force quit. By the way, the light orange juice I bought is horrible. It's hideous. Don't buy it. Uh, okay, look. I think this is a problem because Chrome, I got Chrome on at the same time I got Firefox. And Firefox refuses to load now. All right, and refuses to stop. Oh boy, I'm stuck here. Well, anyway. All right, here's what I bought. Little girl likes the kitty bed on the bed, and so does Fuzzy. So this is a cute, festive, Christmassy looking kitty bed for little girl. So she'll be very happy to get that. It's nice and soft, and I'll put that next to me. She likes to sleep next to me. So does Fuzzy, but little girl really likes to sleep next to her person. Okay. And I didn't throw away stuff I had to throw away. This woman who lives on the third floor, I don't know her, and she always wants to come up and talk. And I'm like, no, I'm lugging home groceries. I don't want to talk. Okay, Chung's chicken egg rolls. Some celery for my chicken. I don't have individual stalks of bunches of celery. It's all cut up. This stuff has to go out. I got a loaf of white bread. Didn't know it. The Safeway bag is broken. Okay, something for Lucky Ferrell's. Swiss Miss dark chocolate, and I got mushrooms for my chicken. That will stay there and not try to fall on the floor. And I got a bar of Lindt 78% dark cocoa for Lucky Ferrell's, and so she takes care of multiple kitty cats. Got Swiss Miss marshmallow cocoa for me. Got a thing of sugar snap peas. Got a thing of cut cauliflower. A package of, I had to search for something that wouldn't have, no, this is seasoned too. Chicken breast and rib meat. Everything is seasoned. Little girl likes to eat the chicken, but I don't want to give her seasoned chicken. All right. Put that over here. And I mail off the package to Lucky Ferrell's with kitty stuff. I have to go get more kitty stuff. Then I will mail her chocolate. And then in the bag of death. Oh. Ooh. There's a bunch of stuff here. The last time I was measured as a young child, I was 159, but it's probably gone down with stress, post-traumatic stress syndrome, memory loss, and age. I don't know. I do know I tried the Mensa test and couldn't pass it. All right, I had to give Orangey and Gray some crunchies, so I got kitty crunchies for my cats. They love the crunchies. And okay, I got some baby carrots. And this is not, I have, here's my charging the Android phone, and it keeps coming out of the charger. There's my wallet. Ugh, I love that wallet. All right, we have chicken and home-style noodles, chicken noodle, no chicken little, and one thing I do know, when I was going to school for the first time, my reading was so high that they moved me from preschool through kindergarten through to the second or third grade. I don't remember. Okay, Smucker's Nat, because I could read medical journals at 3 and understand them. Smucker's Natural from natural sources, strawberry, no fruit. I haven't heard anything today because one of the weird things of that Android phone, I'm on the bus and the internet works. When I get off the bus, there's no internet. I gotta call them, find out why. Chicken noodle soup. And because the charging port doesn't work on this iPad, I didn't want to take it with me. Okay, because of my recurring sinus infection, I have to use Scope to get rid of the horrible taste in my mouth. 20 some cups of Meow Mix for the outdoor kitties. A can of chicken broth for my chicken. And now, what the hell is this? Skippy peanut butter. Lots and lots of wet cat food. Cat food for my kitties. This power brick that weighs a ton. You could use as a murder weapon. Some lady in Ross bought this big brass, looked like a giant vase. I said, now I get a place to hide the murder weapon if you're ever on Perry Mason or something. So she laughed. And this is all cat food. I don't think there's anything else in here. No, wait a minute. There's something. I feel it. No, it's more Meow Mix. So I got enough to feed the cats for a couple days. I gotta go back and get more cat food. Okay, now, I don't know why Firefox is not working. Let me try to force quit it again and run Chrome instead. Okay. Oh, God. Now Chrome is acting up. Okay, there we go. Finally. Okay. Thank you, Wildcard Line. You're on the air. CNN fake news sign behind Trump. There is so much fraud. There is so much corruption in this election. I watched a couple videos of Gutfeld and the Five with the perpetual apologist. If I owned Fox, Juan Williams would be Andale. He would be history. He always makes excuses. And the one guy was brilliant. He said, oh, you said all this stuff about, the left said all this stuff about Trump, and you said it's all perfectly justified. So if we go after Biden, if he becomes president, is that, you make a deal that it's all perfectly justified to go after Biden, and this hypocritical guy would not make the deal because he knows he's full of crap. Can't stand Juan Williams. The other guy they hired, I also can't stand. He's incompetent and says some of the dumbest stuff. Is Geraldo Rivera. I should have left him in Capone's vault. All right, let me put this stuff away. I should get the energy to get up. Something spilled on the floor. Okay, 1, 2. Oh. My need is not like that. Hold on, I haven't eaten anything all day. I had a cup of coffee for breakfast. Oh. And by the way, I've just opened the seasoned chicken and the seasoning tastes yucky, so I should have gotten my first choice. Get something else. Hold on a minute. No mayonnaise, no time or the energy to grab it out of the icebox. Okay. A quick dash chicken sandwich. Part of which is my bread. God, the thing's falling apart. First a piece of bread, then another piece of bread. Oh. Walter Cronkite. Well, I don't miss Walter Cronkite, the man who lied about the Tet Offensive when the American Marines destroyed the Viet Cong in Vietnam. The objective of the Army and the Marines and the Navy was to destroy the Viet Cong. They did that. Walter Cronkite lied. And Dan Water had a breakdown and put out a fake news story about George W. Bush or George H.W. Bush. I can't remember. But remember, when you have affidavits where there's hundreds of thousands of illegal votes, dead people voting, people moved out of the state in every one of these contested states, you tell me something else. The polls closed here at 8 o'clock. Within minutes, California said, we got all the votes counted. There's no way in hell that was a legitimate count. I've worked elections in California, and even when we had paper ballots and when we had machine counted ballots, you cannot, and we would have the Secretary of State in Sacramento not have a vote count into the morning and sometimes into the next day and sometimes into the day after Election Day. And yet these guys had it by something like 8:15. Something was stinking in Denmark there. Yeah, I was 18 in 1970. But they had a lottery. My birthday in the lottery. And I was thinking of going in the Air Force anyway. They picked my number and it was 363, which means 362 other days of the year we're going to go to the military and be drafted. So I was never drafted. Yeah. It's just chicken. Now, what are they going to do? Now, it wouldn't be fair to legitimate voters who voted for Biden or Trump or somebody else, or not at all. You throw out the illegal votes. You throw out the dead people voting. You throw out... They sent out, in some cases, 3 and 4 and 5 absentee ballots to the same person, the fake addresses, the business address, the P.O. boxes. I go to Subway. But here we have Marina Market that makes the best sandwiches I've ever eaten. I think that's wrong. Well, they did a study and they were saying 0.3% of fraud. If you believe that, I'll sell you the Prius I don't have. And they've been talking about, the Republicans have been talking about 2018. Republicans were arrested for fraud and went to prison, voting fraud. Well, remember, the Cato Institute is a swamp institute. They are globalists. They are deep staters. You got to take everything the Cato Institute says with a pound or two or a bag of salt. So, well, my mother was a Democrat. I used to be a Democrat. Then after Jimmy Carter, who screwed up the economy, talked about the national malaise, let the Shah move in to this country, and the gas prices went through the roof. And they took over our embassy, and until Obama was the most incompetent president we've ever had. That doesn't mean the most crooked. We've had Warren G. Harding and others. We had the Grant administration. Well, Grant was not crooked, but the people around him were crooked. But Obama, his economy didn't go good until way into the third year of the third quarter of his presidency. The man, and he's trying to take credit for the economy when it's Trump. The Kraken is some thing from Greek mythology, and Sidney Powell's talked about the Kraken. It's the monster that comes out of the deep and starts eating everybody. So, I remember the Jason and the Argonauts or something, or Sinbad and the Kraken. It's a big giant sea serpent, and they'll overturn your boat and eat the whole crew, and then take off and go to Miami, you know. So, for the winter. Or Kraken. So, oh God. Hold on. I can't even see the Art Bell clip right now. I'm really, really white. Okay, where is it? Where are you? Let's see. Oh. No, not allowed to play that. Not allowed to play that. Cannot play. Something's got to give. Hold on. Here we go.
The Rockies, you're on the air, huh?
That didn't come out right. All right, let's get that better.
The Rockies, you're on the air, huh?
There you go. That's all I'm going to do for now because I can't even hardly see the screen. Art Bell voted in Nevada, too. Well, I don't know what he said. They had some lawyer yesterday, and the guy was He may have been a lawyer, but he sure didn't do good in public speaking. So, the glasses don't do much good. If I put these on, I got to go back to my doctor and say, when I'm in front of my Mac, these things are blurry, and I can see the iPad, but I can't see the. Well, how does Trump get 11 years of economic growth? You can't have that. He's only been in for 5. Okay, if I tilt these, I can see the screen here, but they really. are designed for print. I think they're not really designed for the screen. I haven't looked. Um, I've looked, but I haven't been paying attention. I've had all this other stuff going on, dealing with Kathy and cats and rent and bills, and so no, that puts a strain on my eyes. So, but Rudy, they had a number of women testifying, not just one woman. I look at bits and pieces of this because the last couple of weeks, for some reason, all I wanted to do is sleep. Now I'm going to go into Joe Biden here. And yesterday was the first day I got up, had to go to the store, had to go pay bills, had to go get cat litter. My right shoulder is still killing me from dragging home all the cat litter. I'm going to do it again on Monday. Kathy needs cat litter. I now have 100 pounds of cat litter in the bedroom, in the doorway between the bedroom and the bathroom bin. So, but I'm not set up for that yet. I have the second thing for stickers, but I gotta see I gotta get better stickers than what I can do with the picture I've got. They're stickers of me, but so I'll wait till January till everything settles down, and we're on lockdown starting tomorrow again. And I saw businesses closed again, and I was very sad. We always wanted to eat there. Hop Sing's Chinese restaurant, food to go, is now out of business. So the cook from Bonanza is no more. There's just a big sign in the door, store for lease. So Hop Sing didn't make it in this economy. Very sad. We wondered he would come out with a cleaver and and then try to chop your head off with the cleaver, because he would threaten the Cartwrights that all the time. So yeah, I didn't think about cat stickers. Maybe I could take pictures of my kitty. The problem is, I had full-grown pictures of me, and you get the little tiny piece of sticker, and that's not what I want. So and they have two other scales of membership, and I want to have it at $5.99 a month to cover the super chat fee, which is 30%. So. But I'm firmly convinced that all this lockdown business is to destroy the small businessman of America, which is about half our economy. They're all for big boys. They want to help. Mnuchin want to help the airlines again. I don't know nobody who flies, unless you haven't taken out the garbage. But I was thinking $5.99, $10, and $15. I don't want to soak people, but I wanted to go for getting a GoPro, getting a newer Mac, getting an iPhone, and feeding the cats. Costs me a lot of money to feed the outdoor kitties every day. But all this stuff. Well, AOC couldn't get a bill passed if she sat on Mitch McConnell. She's an incompetent and a twit, and El Comunista. So she and the whole whatever they call themselves, I can't remember the name they call themselves, the group, the Festering Sore, I don't know what the hell it is, but they couldn't do squat. And they're like Maxine Waters. They're all big talk, but they don't do anything. Yeah, well, that's $4,000. They're not going to pay for that. I'd have to come up with $4,000, or actually $4,400 plus shipping plus tax, and it's a Canadian company. That'd be a lot of donations or a lot of memberships. Yeah, well. I tried having a box fan sticker. My viewers started screaming when I started stapling them to the box fan, so that didn't work. So, Andy Bowen. Hi, hello. And please don't use my last name in comments. Thank you. I'm George. The trolls use that as a pejorative, so I'm not going to let somebody use my last name as a greeting. Last names are last names. First, I'm actually Anthony George, but everybody except my sister calls me George. So my doctor, what do you prefer, George or Anthony? So well, legally I'm Anthony until I get around to getting it legally changed. That everybody that knows me and has known me since I was a child, no, I'm not going to be robbing 7-Elevens. So don't start that. All right, and you're going to get a warning. You say anything like that again, you're going to be put in a timeout. That's not funny. I've been robbed at gunpoint 3 times, and I don't make jokes about robbing a clerk in a store. I worked retail, and I don't find that amusing at all. And some guys in the stores, like there's a Mini Mart in Benicia right across the way from me. Guy went in, robbed him, and killed the clerk. Nothing amusing about armed robbery. Hello, Bobish. Le Pitre, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Hello. You and your minky and your skunk. Your cat with the skunk following it, Pepe Le Pew. So, I didn't the first time, I didn't the second time because I wasn't in a position to fight them off. First one, customers came in, he took off. The second one, no, the first one, customers came in. The second one, the guy opened me over the head as I was going between 2 cars in the dark. The third one came into where I worked, into the booth, and put a gun in my stomach and started to pull the trigger. I fought him off because if he chopped me in the stomach with a .44 Magnum, I wouldn't be here today. Well, no, I did not use karate. I don't see what's so funny about that, so I'm going to remove that. That's a dumb comment. I grabbed the barrel of the gun, and he still had a hold of the gun. No. A lot of companies don't want you to fight somebody off, but at the time, my boss, when he heard what happened, he came in out when the police came. The police came in with weapons drawn. They had Uzis and everything else. Glocks, you wouldn't believe it. 9 police cars showed up. They didn't catch a guy. Yeah, I saw some pickles at Target, and they were $6 a jar. I said, what the hell are these pickles at $6 a jar? Little tiny jar for 6. I was tempted, but I'm not paying $6 for pickles. No, I didn't work out. I'm just before I injured this arm twice, a rotator cuff. I have very strong upper body strength, but my knees are messed up now. My feet are messed up. My back are not messed up. Yeah, they had some kind of automatic weapon. I know. I don't know if it was an Uzi or not. It could have been something else, but I was a little busy at the time, being done, and trying to peek and completely going panicked. And they asked who was the guy, what did he look like, but it turned out they brought their dogs. Dogs went down to the next block, and the dogs smelled the guy, but then he must have gotten into a car and took off. They got a guy, they caught this guy, they pulled over this guy, and the big difference, the guy and the robber could have been twins, but the guy they picked up had a mustache. The guy around me didn't, but they looked exactly alike. So I don't know what the. I said, that's not the robber. So I do not comment on whether or not I own weapons or not. I've shot weapons. I was terrible at it because when I was younger, of course, being nearsighted, I couldn't see the target very well. But I could if I had to. I love dill pickles. I also need a housekeeper donation. Someone donate a maid. Come in here and help me clean this place up. Yeah, I was in Ross too. That's where I bought the kitty bed. They had a whole ton of hot peppers, 6 different kinds in bottles, gift sets for Christmas for the man or woman who wants to rot their stomach. And I couldn't believe how much hot sauce they had. And I'm not about to try it because with my ulcer acting up, I would have considered it, but shiny hat? What shiny hat? So anyway, I love pickle. There's this one pickle. I can't remember where they come from, but Food Max has me these huge jars for like $3 or something. I just sit and munch on pickles all day. On whose picture? Not lately. I think Trump is quite capable of making a real speech. That speech he made the other day talking about all the election fraud, he didn't go into hyperbole or we're going to do this or we're going to be great. Oh, by the way, he got a victory in court. They said that he was allowed to take, and the left and the fake news media and the Democrats, oh, you can't do this. You can't take money out of military funds to build a wall. Well, the Supreme Court said you can take money out of military funds to build a wall. So, yeah, 62 is really bad. All I know is I've read thousands of books, and I have thousands of books. And thank you, Mix Radio, for the donation. And, oh boy, where's my keyboard? Oh, there it is. So, no, that's 62. That's Joe Biden. You can donate to PayPal. And it would be nice for Christmas for the kiddies to get gift cards. Target had a sale on buy one cat toy, get the second cat toy for 30% off, but I really don't have the money this time to buy a lot of cat toys. Although I will be buying some stuff in February and sending it to Zoa, Lucky Ferals. Well, if you send PayPal via friends and family, they don't take anything. If you don't, they take 18%, but it's better than Super Chat, which takes 30%. That's why I'm going to have $5.99 to cover their. Actually, I should make it $6.50. You give me $5, they take out 30%. 10% of 5 is 50 cents. So 30%, $1.50. So I'd have to make the opening membership fee $6.50. And I think that's outrageous to take 30%, skimmed off the top. Nope, I don't wear Converse. And trolls have been coming in here and talking about my red shorts and other things and insulting Kathy. So I'm not going to wear any clothes that somebody sends me, because for one thing, I don't know where they've come from. So, and I haven't checked. Oh, that's my other shoulder blade. Carrying too much canned goods. I haven't checked the mail this week since about, thank you, Richard. Thank you. That looks like the guy from Top Gear with a wig on. I can never remember which one. I know Hammond. I can never remember which one is James May and which one's the fat grouchy one that they fired. I think James May is a really weird one. He did a show on eating and toys but I buy one shoe, and I can't show you the shoe, New Balance, with the Velcro. So no, I don't need paperwork. I just need I need about a week to not want to sleep all the time and just go into the area, and I have to figure out where it is again because I haven't done that for a while. Go in the area of the labels and figure out. I have to find an alternate label place to get my picture and say, how can I make a label? And the guy who did pictures for me, I can't get an answer out of him. So somebody has to make another picture of me. And I can't tie shoes. Every time I tie the shoes, they come loose, and then I trip. Which is, cat stickers. Well, I can wait till little girl Fluffy come in and they have all the burrs and send you those. Those are cat stickers. I'll send you those for free. Just pay the postage. I'm always pulling burrs out of little girl's tail, and she hates it, and so does Fluffy. So, I'll have to find a way to take pictures of the cats and put them on stickers or something. But I need a better camera than the iPad is. Taking pictures of black cats is difficult. You have to have good lighting. No, the cats do not smell, but given the fact that I lost my sense of smell when I used Zycam, advertised by Rush Limbaugh, and then 3 days after I started taking it when I had my first sinus infection, the zinc destroyed my sense of smell, and then the FDA recalled it because of the zinc in it, so I can't smell anything half the time. I haven't given them bats. They go outside, they come in. I think they would perforate me if I gave them a bat. I'm going to have to get some of those dry bat things and try that. But it's really hard to... But Fluffy and little girl are skittish. Fuzzy would accept a bath. But... Look, I can't get anybody to sue over my legs being crushed at John Muir Hospital. And, lawyers are expensive. So, not after 4 years, and it's been a lot longer than 4 years. Yeah, I went in the hospital in August, and twice in the space of a week, I got taken to the ambulance the first time after I fell at the transit center. And by the way, I just extended my left leg out. My knee didn't like it. And I landed on my bad right knee, my back, and twisted my body. and I could not breathe. I could not get any air in my lungs. My lungs and nose were so congested, nothing was coming in and out. I called an ambulance. They took me to the hospital, gave me some breathing treatments. A week later, I went back to the hospital, same problem. They must have given me a ton of prednisone and breathing treatments, and this idiot from respiratory therapy comes in at 6 in the morning after I've had no sleep for 2 days because a guy had Alzheimer's next to me was screaming at the top of his lungs 24 hours a day. They finally moved him out, and I got an hour of sleep. She comes in, I'm here to do your breathing treatment. I said, fine. Do you want it? You want the bed adjusted? I said, no. I've got 4 pillows lifting my legs up. My back hurts. Leave it alone. She proceeds to adjust the bed electronically, and the bed folded up like this and squashed me. So, no, I don't think she was a troll. She worked for the hospital. Who knows, though? I mean, I did live videos when I was in the hospital, so she might have been a troll. I don't know. I'd never seen her before. Yeah, well, remember, these people are all coming from 1 or 2 sites, and they're in various... Who had time to get out of bed? I'm lying there with my legs propped up like this. And she proceeds to fold the front of the bed up and squash my legs, and the back of the bed squash my injured back. I mean, it's like taking a... I don't know how to describe it, like a drawbridge. Except the drawbridge goes up like this. Well, this went like this, and just suddenly it just closed on me. No, I got nothing. No, I didn't have time to get out of bed. I couldn't have gotten out of bed. I managed to stop the controls, and then when I pushed them down with the controls, I didn't get out of bed, but I was able to move. And I said, "What the hell are you?" And I did not say hell. What the blankety blank 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 do you think you're blankety blank 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 doing? You can't talk to me like that. Well, you're the only one in the room, and you did it. Effing idiot. So, well, who? Spigginson. What? Who? Oh, Robert Spigginson. Okay. Sorry, I can't see small print greatly, and it grays the small print out. Look. All right. Here's the bed. It went like this, it went like this, and I'm in the middle. I don't know the degrees. I was too busy screaming in pain. And with the hydraulics of that bed, it was like being in a trash compactor or a garbage truck. Thank God it didn't kill me or break my back or paralyze me. But I never gotten any other than the manager of respiratory therapy calling me, and she was also a twit. And never gotten any. And I wrote repeated emails to various executives of the hospital and got nowhere. I got to take care of that in the first of the year. After the first of the year, after my next medical appointment, I will go to John Muir's headquarters and then raise hell in person. I'd be happy if they give me enough for the electric scooter and settle for that. It's a miracle I can walk at all. And my knees are still hurting. And I don't think it's just arthritis. Fruit snacks. Oh, the food was very good. That was the best part of being in there. No, don't have a car. And the pandemic, nobody's at YouTube. They're all at home telling you with every video that this election when AP has decided it went for Biden, and this claim is disputed. I really hope that this gets to the Supreme Court. They fine for Trump. The guys that own Google, the liberals, ultra leftists, and the ultra leftists that own Twitter and Facebook, Zuckerberg, are going to go ballistic. And they find out their man Biden is not president-elect. Not all of them. I don't know. $80. I have a Twitter account. I'm a guy from Pittsburgh on Twitter. At least I think that's what it is. I don't remember. I haven't gone to Twitter in a while, because for some reason when I try to go to Twitter, it wants the password, and I have to look up the password, and I've been busy with other things. And I'm also on this new thing, which Parler. So, no, that's a fake account. That's not me. And I complained to Twitter about it, and they refused to do anything about it, claiming it's a parody site. I haven't done my podcast lately. There's too much. When you're spending all day sleeping and then you wake up, you go back to sleep right away, and you wake up at 3 in the morning, you've slept all day and done actually nothing other than to go feed the cats and throw the garbage out. And I was just craving sleep for like about 2.5 weeks. I just could not stay awake. It wasn't depression. At night I freeze in here. Now, I did find one thing today. I watched a YouTube video, and there is a sweep I can put under the door. And right now, when I'm at the door, I can see daylight. And I can put that under the door, and it's hard plastic or rubber. Fluffy will not be able to destroy it, and then that will block the door. And it also has dichituminous earth, I'm pronouncing it wrong, which will stop bugs from coming in and roaches and anything else. And if I put that at the front door, then it'll be warm in here and it won't be freezing as much. I wake up. Look, I did a quick I got that DVD, and after I figured out how to get access using a Mac, I just went click, 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 click. I didn't even hardly look at the pictures, except the ones where my eyeballs were sticking out. So you saw black spots or something like that, I haven't looked at it. That when I opened the envelope and put the DVD or whatever CD in my Mac, and clicked on there's a piece of software that lets you use it if you got a Mac. The rest of it's all geared for PC. I had not seen it before, and I haven't seen it since. I just wanted to do a video, and I tried to do the one, but that's my right leg, my right knee. I tried to do one for the leg, and it wouldn't work. So, not now. I'm going to go see the doctor next month, and I'll ask any questions. But they were looking for the causes of my dizziness. But they also, from what I read of what they did on the MRI, there's nothing wrong with my brain as far as I can tell. But then I don't always understand what they're writing either, so. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I still have the scar from the gun that hit me over the head, and I still have a knot in my head somewhere here where my mother hit me over with a high heel shoe, the end of a high heel shoe when I was 8. And being beaten by my father to death. So, yeah, blunt force trauma, yep. Yeah, it's all the right side. That's all right. There were 16 stitches here. If I can find that. Of course, if I want to find it, can I find it? No. I think it's right there. That was from the gun in Oakland. And then somewhere in here is a knot in my head where my mother hit me with a shoe. So, no, I was pronounced dead. There was no beating me to death. Almost. I was dead. I came back. Just like when I was 5 and had 107 fever. And they rushed me to the hospital in the dead of winter in a blizzard from Ligonier, PA to downtown to Oakland section of Pittsburgh, the McGee Hospital, McGee Women's Hospital at that time, where my mother was a charge nurse on the floor, and they had pronounced me dead, and she said, "He's not dead, I can feel him pack him in ice." They looked at her like she was nuts. And they packed me in ice for 3 days, but I had no pulse, no heartbeat, no respiration. But I was 5 years old. What do I know? Nope. No metal plate. My father beat me with an electric coffee cord and then knocked me into a bathtub of boiling water. Or however hot a bathtub of just hot water runs. And in the morning, my mother came home from work. He took off for parts unknown. And they had a warrant out for him. And she found me at the foot of the stairs with all 80% of the blood in my body had left my body. So I was dead. That was at the age of 12. And then somewhere in there, around the same time, I went out to water the back lawn, came into the unfinished rec room with the concrete floor and the unfinished electrical outlet on the wall. It wasn't covered by any wall. It was just the, whatever you call it, the junction box or whatever with the plugs. And I plugged the electric fan in to dry myself off and flew across got this jolt going up my arm and flew across the room and hit the wall and was out cold for an hour. So, yep. Because they had to pull the stairs out, the carpeting out, the wood out, and the concrete out. They had to totally demolish the stairs because all the blood soaked into the concrete and the wood and the carpeting and the padding. And blood was coming out of my fingernails, my eyes, my ears, my nose, my toenails, and other orifices. Well, you know what? WebMD didn't exist then. They brought me to Walter Army Hospital and pronounced me dead. My mother said he's still alive. My mother was very, very psychic. She knew when everybody in the family was sick or dying. And she said, he's still alive. But instead of being a fever and from an unheated room in a boarding school in Ligonier, PA, and being taken in an ambulance 60 miles in a blizzard where it was cold, being dropped into a bathtub of hot water, I was boiled. I know it's not 212 degrees, but for all practical purposes, oh, I forgot my father punched me in the mouth. And that's the last thing I remember. I went into the water and, Pneumonia. Double pneumonia, both lungs. The idiot nuns that ran that school put me in an unheated room, and I had 104 fever. And by the time they called the ambulance and took me to Pittsburgh, I had 107 fever. My dad got abusive when he was drunk, but okay, loser, I told you. If you don't believe me, that's your problem. Stop. You weren't there. You didn't spend a year in Walter Reed Army Hospital. And you didn't spend a considerable amount of time in the McGee Hospital when I was 5. Both times I saw my body leave my body, went to the light in the corner of the hospital room and knew if I went through that light, I wasn't coming back to my body. And I saw my parents, the doctors, and nurses, the television on my bed, and my body lying in the bed. I was dead. And when you're 5 and 12, not 3, sorry, when you're 5 and 12 years old, it's not making bathtub stew, Robert, so stop that too. When you're 5 and he was drunk and he said, go run a bath. And then he came up and punched me in the face or the chin, and I flew into the bathtub and screamed from the hot water. And that's the last thing I remember. My mother came home about 7:30 in the morning, took a cab all the way from work, which is about 5 miles, opened the door and found me lying there, stark naked, face down, with a trail of blood going from the bathroom all the way down the hallway and all the way down the stairs. My head was at the last step. So, no, I think a local show in Pittsburgh called Popeye and Knish. It was a kind of a copy of Kukla, Fran and Ollie was on, but I can't be certain about that. Well, I thought you were making a joke that I was the stew. So anyway, oh yeah, I got robbed at the age of 10 from a dime from a guy who robbed me while I went to get a paper for my father. And my father was also physically abusive to my mother, so that's why I get so upset when the trolls accuse me of doing that to Kathy. I would never do that to my girlfriend. But we found out there was a medical issue with him aside from the drinking that caused him to go into rages. I'm not going to go into what it was. After his death, they did the autopsy, and it was in his brain. So he would go into rages. When he was not drinking, he was a pretty decent fellow. The booze is what set him off. Oh. I have to ice down my knee when I'm done. Who, this? You're talking about that? That's Kathy in high school. It's my beloved Kathy. I've pushed shopping carts full of cat litter home twice, and I dragged a bunch of stuff home today, and my knees are in pain. I'm not 25 anymore. My body is saying, what the hell are you doing? And whatever you're doing, stop doing that. It hurts. And tomorrow I will, later on the night, I will take the fat off the chicken and the skin, and I will start my crock pot adventure, and I will do a video, or do it probably tomorrow. I'll do a video of here it is before and here it is after. So, and that thing is huge. It's sitting on my cutting board, and it's just like, I don't know how it looks like something it looks like an autoclave or something. It's gigantic. I mean, it's got to be 2 feet high. But I picked the lid up last night because they're saying take the pressure cooker thing and boy, that's heavy. No, I have to lie down because I have these flexible, rubberized, refreezable thingies. I'm going to take both of them out and put one on one knee and one on the other knee and lie down and softly moan because when I put it on the kneecaps, it's very pleasurable to get the pain to stop for a while. But being that both knees are inflamed and have been since August, and they weren't before August, I haven't had a day without pain since August 9th, so. Well, this isn't a crock pot, not a cock pot. It's a pressure cooker. The kitchen's a mess, and I showed the video last night of the pressure cooker. You'll see it tomorrow. I don't want to move the iPad. I haven't even figured out how to use it. I've never used it. I just bought it. I just picked it up yesterday. So, tomorrow will be the first time I've used it. I'm gonna take soap and water and take the insert and wash that, and wash the inside of the lid, and then put my chicken in it, my broth, my carrots, celery, green beans, broccoli, cauliflower, whatever the hell I'm gonna put in there, and my bell peppers, cut up bell peppers, and set it. And well, they've had Instapot just got a recall, but this is not Instapot. This is a Insignia, and I don't know. I am getting sharp stabbing pains in my kneecaps, so I'm gonna have to end this, folks. It's time for George to lie down. I'm aware of that. I have a cookbook coming. I have seen recipes, but I haven't even bothered to look yet. So, and the last thing this gut needs, I read one of the things that you should not eat when you're having ulcers and reflux is cheese. And I love Robert, I'll look at it, but not tonight. I just want to ice my knees down and probably go to sleep for a while. And then I got to go down and feed Mama Cat and Kitten. But I'll look, but not today. I'll look tomorrow. I got to find it. I don't even know where I put the thing. It's around here somewhere. So, oops, here go my sunglasses, my other sunglasses. Oh. Excuse me. I slept till I slept till 9 this morning, and then wanted to sleep this morning. I said I looked at the bus schedule. I better get going. So. I'm not getting enough sleep at night because it's cold here. I need to find the controls for the second electric blanket. Because I've got a big bolster with kitties on it in front of the door, or actually, yeah, in front of the inside of the door, That blocks some of the cold, most of the cold air from coming in, but it gets very cold in here. Right now it's 70 in here, but at night it gets down to 60. But the place feels like it's ice cold. There's another problem in the Mayo Clinic right now. They've been hit with a ton of coronavirus cases, so I don't know how many guys they got working the Mayo Clinic. I keep wondering, is that Best Foods Mayo Clinic or Hellman's Mayo Clinic or Kraft Mayo Clinic? Which Mayo Clinic? And maybe the Mayo Clinic can do something about my hair. Uh-oh. No slobbo. No slobbo. Sorry. Not allowed. Not allowed. I was a former clown. Not allowed. Goodbye. Goodbye. Clowns are bad for abuse. And no stonks. Okay, I knew Loser was a troll. Stonks are not allowed to be. You talk stocks. You can't speak the King's English. Don't speak it at all. All right. And with that, I'm done for the night. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for coming in. But I really need to lie down because both knees are screaming for ice packs. Have a great night. Stay wet, warm, dry, or cool as the case may be. Stay safe. Dr. Slabo. Hope he chokes on a tube of Preparation H. All right. I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye. I get so tired of this swine, filthy minkies.